Well, I thought I'd just show you briefly some of the things that have changed here at the station since my last video on my old page, the KE7ENR channel. Obviously, you'll see right up on top here, the first thing that comes to mind is that the 7000 is gone. It smoked, and so we've got an FT950 on the way, and it should be here tomorrow afternoon, hopefully. Probably get a video up next week sometime of how that goes, and maybe an unboxing as well, so stay tuned for that. Everything else is pretty much the same. You'll notice here there's a different audio amplifier. There used to be, I had a KLH audio amplifier and AM/FM receiver, tuner, that sort of thing. But since got rid of that and just use this now. It's 150 watts, stereo to 8 ohms, I think. But it was pretty expensive. I didn't exactly want lots of power. I just wanted a clean sound and to ensure that it was completely linear in its response. And so this is a professional studio amplifier. It does a really nice job. Patch bay, EQ, dual compressor, expander, gate thing here, and we've got a nice mic preamp up there with a few onboard effects like compression, de-esser, enhancer for low and high frequencies, as well as an expander. But that's about all that's different. Just got that coax connector ready to go for when the 950 gets here. And on top here, the soundboard, same old as was before. This is a new addition here. This is a Morse code key which I picked up for $5 at a flea market. It was broken, but I was able to fit a spring underneath here to allow me to use it. Just sort of a little memento I thought I'd get myself after successfully passing my extra exam. Because I don't have any other keys, and I didn't have to learn Morse code to pass my extra. So I've sort of been inspired to maybe consider learning Morse code, even though it's not required anymore. I'll maybe put up another video about that. But so this is my treat to myself for passing my extra exam. Well, here we're looking at the back of the station rack. I thought this might be something some of you might like to take a look at. There's a soundboard. All these little gray patch cables I made myself out of some shielded audio cable. Everything here is mono and is unfortunately unbalanced. Hopefully in the future I plan to make everything balanced just for noise rejection and less interference in the audio lines. Everything that's on the soundboard is available in a patch bay. You can see all these little cables that plug in there on the back of the patch bay. I won't go into too much detail about what the patch bay does. You can probably Wikipedia it, Google it, or something like that. But basically, I have all the plugs that are back here available, nicely organized on the front, so that I can move equipment around, change the way things are connected to each other, and then also have a default setup without having to come back here and make any adjustments. So that makes it very convenient. And then there's the back of the tape recorder. There's a little speaker which I have plugged into the patch bay. I can route in various sources into that just to check and use it as a kind of a device for testing in case something goes wrong or trying to troubleshoot a piece of equipment. It's come in useful a few times, but I don't use it too terribly often. And down there we got the rig runner. That's the 40 amp model, and that's hooked up to the Astron power supply, which I plug in the radios, and I have a cigarette adapter up on the top for charging things and other various uses. And that's about all there is to see back here, but just thought some of you might like to take a look. Well, right now we're looking outside the wall of the ham shack, and here we've got 3 coax pass-throughs, and also this PVC pipe can be used to feed ladder line, maybe in the future a rotor control cable, things like that. And so that's how we get our signals and lines from inside of the shack to the outside. Now you notice here we have, for my main dipole wire antenna, which I use for HF, we have a 450 to 50 ohm Balun from DX Engineering, and this is RG213, which runs right inside the shack there. And then we have a 450 ohm ladder line which runs up this tree right here to the dipole, which is just a random length dipole, but it is balanced, so each side is the same. I think I have it tuned, I think I targeted for about 40 meters when I cut that. But that's our HF antenna here at N7TFP. Well, here's a quick shot of what we're looking at in terms of antenna tower and other things. On the right there, you'll see that big stump, which is about 30 feet high. That's the tree that used to hold my antennas up, but we decided to leave just enough to hold the antenna up temporarily until we can look at the possibility of a tower or something like that. So that'll probably be there for a few more weeks until we can find a solution for holding up my wire antennas, because there really aren't any other trees or any high things near the house. On the left there, on the top of the roof, let me zoom in here so you can see it. That's the, let's focus. There it is. That's the 2-meter J-pole that's been up there for, gosh, about 4 or 5 years. But that's going to be replaced in the next couple of weeks with one of those OSJ J-poles from, I think it's Arrow Antenna that makes those, the 2-meter and 440 J-poles. So that'll be kind of a nice upgrade. That's been a pretty good antenna, but it's about time to upgrade to something that'll do UHF as well, since we have a dual band radio coming for the station. So some upgrades going on here, and stay tuned for more about those.